Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Seaford Little Theatre and to this performance. The show will be starting shortly, so will you please take a moment to switch off your mobile phone if you haven't already done so. Your attention is drawn to the emergency exit signs over the doors, and that this theatre is fitted with a hearing loop system for your convenience. Thank you.
London, 1935, August. I'd been back 3 months in the old country and frankly wondering why. The weather made me liverish, no exercise to speak of, and the talk of the ordinary Englishman made me sick. I'd had enough of restaurants, parties and race meetings, no pal to go along with, which probably explains things. Hoppy Binge was lost in the Canadian Treasury, and Tommy Deloraine married off to some blonde heiress in Chicago, and Chips Carruthers eaten by crocodiles in the Limpopo. Which left me, Richard Hannay, 37 years old, sound in wind and limb, and back home. Which was no home at all, if you want to know, just some dull little rented flat in West 1, Portland Place, actually, and I was bored. No, more than bored, tired. Tired of the world and tired of life, to be honest. So I called my broker, but he wasn't in. Dropped into my club, full of old colonial buffers, ordered a scotch and soda and picked up a newspaper. Put it back again. Full of elections and wars and rumours of wars, and I thought, who the bloody hell cares, frankly? I mean, what does it all matter? You know, what happens to anyone? What happens to me? No one would miss me. I wouldn't miss me. You know, I could quite easily just, And then I thought, wait a minute. Come on, Hannay. Pull yourself together, man. Find something to do, you bloody fool. You know, something mindless and trivial. Something utterly pointless. Something, I know. A trip to the theatre. Yes. Yeah, that should do the trick. Ha ha.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, with your kind attention, I have the immense honour and privilege to presenting to you one of the most remarkable men ever in the whole world, Mr. Memory! Thank you.
Thank you.
Every day, Mr. Memory commits to memory 50 new facts and remembers every one of them. Facts from history, from geography, newspapers and scientific books. In fact, more facts is in his brain than is possible to conceive. Settle down now, please. I would also like to mention that before retiring, Mr. Memory has kindly consented to leaving his entire brain to the British Museum for scientific purposes. Thank you.
I shall now place myself in a state of mental awareness for this evening's performance, cleansing my inner being of all eccentric and supernumerary material. Hey, thank you.
Is the seat taken?
No, not as far as I know.
Now then, are you ready for the questions, Mr. Memory?
Quite ready for the questions. Thank you.
Thank you. First question, please. Come on now, please. Yes, sir. What was that? Who won the cup in 1926? Who won the cup in 1926?
Who won the cup in 1926? The Tottenham Hotspurs won the cup in 1926, defeating the Arsenal Gunners by 5 goals to 0 in the presence of His Majesty King George V. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr. Memory. Thank you. Yes, sir? What was that? What was Napoleon's horse called? What was Napoleon's horse called?
What was Napoleon's horse called? Napoleon's horse was called Bellerophon, what he rode for the last time at Waterloo, June 15, 1815. Am I right, sir?
Quite right, Mr. Memory. Thank you. Yes, sir? How old's Mae West? Oh, how old's Mae West, Mr. Memory?
I know, sir, but I never tell a lady's age.
Very good, Mr. Memory. Now then, a serious question, please.
I say,
Oh, who is that?
over here.
Oh, yes, sir?
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal?
Oh, gentlemen from Canada, you're very welcome, sir.
How far is Winnipeg from Montreal, Mr. Memory?
Winnipeg from Montreal. Winnipeg from Montreal is 1,454 miles. Am I right, sir?
Quite right.
Thank you.
Scheiße.
Do we have any more questions?
Are you all right?
Any more,
Yes,
any more
thank
questions
you.
at the back? Any more questions? The next question, please. Anybody?
Did you hear that? It sounded like a gunshot and Ballyclose as well.
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Calm down, please.
Excuse me.
Yes?
May I come on with you?
What's the big idea?
Please, I'd like to.
Calm down, please.
Well, it's a little bit difficult at the moment. You see, I've got the decorators in.
Please, you have to.
Well, it's your funeral.
What was Napoleon's horse called? Winnipeg. Wait for King George. 5 goals to 0. Am I right, sir? Am I
Quite right, Mr.
Next
Memory.
question. Next question.
No more questions,
Oh.
Mr. M.
Oh, yeah.
Play, man, play.
I never tell a lady's age. Hang on.
That was Mr. Memory.
Hang on.
Don't forget his name now.
Thank you.
Mr. Memory.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Over my shoulder goes 1 cow, over my shoulder go 2 cows. Why should I try to move on? I'm free at last and I'm in love. Over my shoulder go 3 cows, over my shoulder go 4 cows. My vital trouble, it's gone beyond recall. Over my shoulder goes it all.
Right, this way. This is the one. There we go. Watch out for this big step, yeah? I can't find this switch. Damn it. There we go.
Turn it off, quickly.
Oh, right.
Scheiße. Blind.
Sorry?
Blind.
Blind.
Blind. Pull the blind.
Oh, blind, yes. Sorry. Right. There we go.
Now the light, Mr. Hannon.
Light. Right. There. Oh. Help yourself to a drink, why don't you?
Thank you. Mr. Hannon,
How do you know my name?
I saw it in the lobby.
Ah, yes. Oh, hello. There's the telephone.
Please, don't answer it.
Why ever not?
Because I think it is for me.
Silly.
Please, don't answer.
Now look here. Am I allowed to know your name?
You don't want to know my name.
Don't I?
Schmidt.
Schmidt.
Annabella Schmidt.
Yeah, so what's the story, Annabella Schmidt?
Mr. Hannay,
Yes.
may I be very impertinent and ask for something to eat?
Of course. Would you care for some haddock?
Haddock would be wunderbar, thank you.
Yes, nothing like a spot of haddock, is there? Now look here. It was you that fired that revolver in the theatre, wasn't it? It wasn't a great show, but it wasn't that bad.
It was a diversion. There were 2 men in the theatre trying to shoot me.
Yes, we should be more careful in choosing your gentlemen friends.
Mr. Hannay, no jokes, please.
Beautiful, mysterious woman pursued by gunmen. Sounds like a spy story.
That's exactly what it is, only I prefer the word agent better.
Secret agent, I suppose, but for which country?
I have no country.
Born in a balloon, eh?
Mr. Hannay, please. I am being pursued by a very brilliant secret agent of a certain foreign power who is on the point of obtaining highly confidential information vital to your air defense. I followed 2 of his men to that musical. Unfortunately, they recognized me.
Yes, have you ever heard of something called persecution mania?
You don't believe me?
Well, frankly, I don't.
They are outside at this very moment, underneath your English lamppost. Take a look, why don't you? But be careful.
All right, I will.
Now, do you believe me?
All right, you win.
What I am about to tell you is not very healthy. It may mean either life or death. But if I tell you, you are involved.
Involved.
You wish to be involved?
One moment. Tell me.
Very well. Have you ever heard of the 39 steps?
What's that, a pub?
Mr. Hannay, please. Your English will do no good here. These men will stop at nothing, and I am the only person who can stop them. If they are not stopped, they will get the top secret, highly confidential information out of the country. And once they get it out of the country, God help us all.
Well, what about the police?
The police. They would not believe me any more than you did, with their boots and their whistles. No, it is up to us, Mr. Hannay. You do not know how clever their chief is. He has 12 names, can look like 100 people. But one thing he cannot disguise. This part of his little finger is missing. So if you come across a man with no top joint there, be very careful, my friend.
Well, this part here, eh? Well, I'll remember that.
Mr. Hannay?
Richard, please.
Richard,
Yes,
may I stay the night, please?
of course. You can sleep in my bed.
Thank you.
I'll get a shakedown on the armchair here.
As you wish. Oh, and one more thing.
Your haddock.
Mine haddock. Oh, no, I have rather lost the taste for haddock. No, I need a map of Scotland.
Scotland?
There is a man in Scotland I must see before anything is to be done. An Englishman. He lives in a big house.
A big house.
At a place called Alt Nashelak.
I beg your pardon.
Alt Nashelak.
Alt Nashalak. And the 39...
To my room.
Certainly, yes.
Good night, Richard.
Good night, Annabella.
Richard.
Oh, Annabella.
Oh, Richard. Richard.
Now look here, Annabella. You just breeze into my life from nowhere and get me all, involved, and, well, actually, I've never met anyone quite like you, and, well, frankly, to be quite frank,
Oh, Richard. Richard, I'm so sorry. So very sorry. These men will stop at nothing. It is only a matter of days, perhaps hours, before they get it out of the country. They act quickly. Do you hear me? Alt na shellac.
Golly! The map. Alt na shellac. Alt na shellac.
There is a man, sir. Only a matter of days. Perhaps hours before the secret is out of the country. I tell you, these men will stop at nothing. They act quickly. 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 Quickly.
Oh, blimey, mate. What you up to? I nearly died of fright.
Could you use a pound note, brother?
A pound note? A pound note? What's the catch?
I need your cap and coat.
Cap and coat? Cap and coat? What's the game? Spit it out.
I'm making a getaway.
You a bug?
Yes.
What you been up to?
Well, I'm going to have to trust you. And there's been a murder committed on the first floor.
A murder? A murder? By who? By you?
No, by those two gentlemen over there.
I see. So now they're waiting, good as gold, for a copper to come and arrest them, eh?
It's true, I tell you. They're spies, foreigners. They murdered the woman in my flat and now they're after me.
Yeah, come off it. It's funny jokes. At 5 o'clock in the morning?
All right then, I have to tell you the truth. Are you a married man?
Yes, but don't rub it in.
Well, I'm not, you see. I'm a bachelor.
Oh, lucky you.
Only I've been seeing a married woman.
Naughty.
Yes, well, the point is...
Yeah?
She was leading me on.
No.
Yes, it was all a setup.
Would you believe it?
And you see those two men?
I do.
You know who they are?
Don't tell me.
Yes, one of them's her brother, the other one's her husband.
Cool, blimey, I wouldn't be in your shoes. Here, have my cap and
Oh,
coat.
thank you. Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, perfect.
Excellent. Oh, right, sir. Here, have a pound.
A pound? That's very kind of you.
Well, have two.
£2? God bless you, guy.
Oh, well.
You just leave the pony around the corner. You do the same for me one day. Hang on a minute. That's out of my coat. That's my money you just give me. Oi, come back here, oi.
Oh, Mr. Runny, how you doing? That strip don't get no smaller. What lovely morning it is this morning. Oh, my God. Here, what about this heat wave then? I ain't seen nothing like it. There's people dropping like flies all over the place.
Well, for one thing, they're much prettier than they were 20 years ago.
More free.
Free and easy.
Remember the old-fashioned sort?
All bones and no beds.
My wife. Here, look at this now. A new streamlined model number 1.
A glory to behold. Anything to go with it?
Here. Look at this little beauty.
Now that's a sight for sore
Oh, you
eyes.
can say that again. The two wonders of the modern world.
Tell you what, bring them back when they're filled.
Get it?
Get it?
When they're filled.
When they're filled.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
That's the ticket.
That's the spirit.
Where are we now?
Halifax, Durham, Berwick upon Tweed. Biscuit.
Oh, much obliged. Thank you.
Biscuit.
No, thank you.
Sit yourself. Here we are. Edinburgh Town. I wonder what won the 2 o'clock at Windsor.
I'll get a paper.
I'll go to the lavatory. Excuse me. Sorry.
Interest you in anything else, sir? Something for the wife? Something for someone else's wife? Girlfriend? Mother? Hey, mother.
Evening paper, latest news. Evening paper.
Evening paper, please.
Evening paper, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Evening paper, latest news. Evening paper. Excuse me.
Sorry. Here. There's been a woman murdered in a fashionable West End flat.
All these sex dramas don't appeal to me. What one?
What?
The 2 o'clock at Windsor.
2 o'clock at Windsor, Bachelor Boy.
Good.
94 on.
Not so good.
Anyway, where was we? Oh, stabbed in the back she was. Portland Mansions, Portland Place.
By the BBC, that's the place to put someone to sleep. What was she like? One of the usual?
35 years old, attractive. Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible, yes.
The tenant, Richard Hannay, is missing.
You do surprise me.
37 years old, dark wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and a pencil moustache.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Can I borrow your newspaper?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
I'm going to get the buffet car.
No.
Thank you. You fancy anything?
No, thank you.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Well, there's a long line for the buffet car. I think we'll make it back to leave. Oh, hey, good heavens, a place to stick with police. Excuse me, Constable. Have you caught the West End murderer yet?
Oh, don't worry, we'll catch him, sir.
That's the spirit.
On board for the Highlands! Next stop the Highlands! On board for the Highlands! Hurry along there, please! Anything suspicious, sir?
Will do, Constable.
On board!
Final edition!
Anything suspicious? Don't forget, sir.
Will do, Constable.
On board for the Highlands!
Read all about it!
Anything suspicious, sir? Let's know, sir.
Will do, get on with it! Final edition!
Sorry. Well, back with the buffet car, you'll never guess what.
What?
The police searched and tried every compartment.
Every compartment?
Here's a corker. There was a young man from Nantucket.
Sorry.
Hope you don't mind us talking shop.
No, not at all.
We're on the run, you see.
Oh, boy.
We never go home.
We might as well wait and sell underwear.
That's all we
A
do.
young man from Nantucket grew a Venus flytrap in a bucket. He said when he grew, now what do I do? Do I keep it for breeding or...
Sorry.
Excuse me, ma'am, but have you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay.
Excuse me, have you seen this man? His name is Richard Hannay. Carry on.
Oh, darling, how lovely to see you.
Looks like someone's having a free lunch in there.
Very probably too, I shouldn't wonder.
I'm so terribly sorry, but I was desperate. I had to do it. My name is Richard Hannay. They're after me for murder, but I swear I'm innocent. You've got to help me. I've got to stay free for the next few days. The safety of this country depends upon it.
Excuse me, madam, but have you seen this man? He's been passing on this train. His name is Richard Hannay.
This is the man you wanted, officer.
But we saw you both just now, and
No, but he pushed his way in here and forced himself upon me. His name is Richard Hannay.
Is your name Richard Hannay?
Certainly not.
This attractive young lady is pure.
The suspect, Richard Hannay, managed to jump from a train onto the Forth Bridge just outside Edinburgh. Police pursued him onto the bridge, but he gave them the slip, hanging from girders with his bare hands. The suspect is approximately 37 and about 6'1", although he is clearly dangerous. He is quite good looking, actually, with dark and wavy hair, piercing blue eyes, and a very attractive pencil moustache. It is not known whether he survived his ordeal. Police had to call off the search in the gathering darkness.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for work.
What kind of work?
I'm an itinerant labourer.
Oh, there's nothing in this vicinity.
Are there no big houses around here?
No big houses, no.
What's that big house?
What big house?
Yeah, that big house.
Oh, that big house.
Yes, isn't that the big house?
Okay, that is a big house.
Whose is that then?
A professor, I believe.
Ah.
Professor Jordan, an Englishman.
An Englishman? Yeah. Oh, it wouldn't happen to be called, one moment. Would you mind?
Oh, no, of course. Thank you very much. It wouldn't happen to be called,
Sharak, would it?
Wood?
Right, that's what I've been looking for. One moment. Thank you. Right, I'll be going over there.
Not tonight, you won't.
No, why ever not?
It's 14 miles the other side of the law.
Oh, that's fine.
Margaret! Come here, we have a visitor.
Good evening, sir.
Well, good evening.
You can stay here if you like.
Well, on second thoughts, that's very kind.
Can you eat the herring?
Yes, I could murder half a dozen right now.
Can you sleep in a box bed?
Oh, I can try.
2 and 6.
Right, done.
See to the gentleman and be quick about it.
Your daughter?
My wife.
Oh, well done.
Prepare the herring, I'll see to the coos.
Sorry?
I'll see to the coos.
Right.
Yes, that's enough.
Will you come in, please, son?
Yes, I'd love to.
My mistake.
Oh, that's a big step, isn't it? Yeah, thank you. That's very cosy.
There's your bed.
Oh, thank you.
Could you sleep there, do you think?
And I can sleep anywhere right now.
Please, sit down so I can get on with our supper.
Okay, thank you. I say,
Yes?
I wouldn't happen to have today's paper